Alright, here's more of my fail machine here. Here's the current card, which is a... Let me see if I can get you in here where you can see this. Again, I'm fail at doing YouTube videos right now because I just don't do many of them. That's the PCI Express 16 GeForce 8300. I think it's like a DDR2 and it's a little 64-bit shit video card. And that's the one that I swapped my ATI out for. The ATI was much better in performance specs, but I needed some other parts, and I needed an NVIDIA card, so another IT guy, a fellow of mine, helped me out with that. And then here's the Intel stock cooler. Now the problem is, you see, my finger, okay, my finger is, if I put my finger on top of that fan, it's sitting right underneath the other case fan, which is a bit small, and that's part of where the problem comes in. This fan isn't getting any air pull from what's blowing into here, out of here, and out here. It's like it's just going right over top. It's not getting anything, so it's why it's running at like 55 Celsius. So that mass cool fan is taller, and I'm hoping it'll help somewhat to disperse more heat. The other thing is, this is a compact case, and they're not exactly the greatest, but the steel's nice and thick. And then here is, I know I showed this in another vid, but here's that laptop drive that I put in here. It's a 5400 RPM, and most desktop drives are 7200, so it's a bit of a bottleneck. But now that I turned off the speed step shit and I'm running at full 2.4 gigahertz, or 2.6 gigahertz, I'm doing much better. And that's my cell phone, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again. I was just on the phone with a friend of mine, Patty Hill. Anyway, alright, where were we? Yes, okay, so shitty video card, shitty fan, rapePAQ, whatever. CDRW drive that came with machine, DVD-RW drive that I had out of an HP from like 5 years ago, IDE drives, typical whatever, that's a gigabyte board. So we're going to rip all this out and install the shit. So back in a bit. Alright, now for the unboxing of our CPU fan here. Not a hell of a lot to this, but whatever. Alright, now you can see how much more of a heat sink we've got on this. And a little bit of doobly on the bottom there. That thermal pad is going to get scraped off right quick. That stock stuff is trash. Alright, just as a comparison here, I have the old fan. And you can see that the heatsink is about double the size, if not even more so than that. And yeah, it's a little more than double. So we're hoping, I'm gonna hope that I'm guessing about 10 Celsius at least. I'm hoping for 15 to 20, but 20 is a bit optimistic for this build. And here's those stupid damn pegs. These always break, always. Okay, so here's that. My customer's build is actually not even going to have the stock fan put on. We're going to use the other one right off the bat. So I'll have a two. Actually, I'll end up with three fans, one of which will have never been used, one barely used, and a third one off a build that's been around for a couple of years. So that's good to have spares of these hunks of shit. Well, as useless as they are, at least they work. For an emergency build or for a Celeron 1.8 gigahertz chip or some junk, which I got a spare 1.8 gigahertz Celeron, which is great for testing motherboards. Actually, I had a fellow IT guy borrow it to do just that. And then here's the extra stick of RAM installed that Smart Viking sent me. I have the picture on my photo bucket, but in case you didn't get to see it there. See if I can make the camera focus a little bit more. It's Corsair 800 megahertz, 1 gigabyte stick. It's the timings on it are 44412, which the other stick I have is cast latency 5. So it's all right. It's dropping down. It's dropping down to cast latency 5 for the other stick. But 2 gigs of RAM is 2 gigs of RAM. It's dual channel instead of single channel now, so that means even more performance gain in addition. Performance gain in addition to the clock speed double that I did with the Intel speed step, because I was running at 1.2 and now I'm running at the full 2.6. So I'm going to wipe all that shit off. I just managed to get some on my finger by handling the motherboard. So I'm going to wipe all that off, reapply the paste, and stick the other fan on. And I'll show you how that all goes together in a bit. Okay, here's those 4 pegs I mentioned earlier. We're going to do this one-handed here. And so the back plate goes on the back, so you have to remove your motherboard for this. And then now you'll see, hopefully, there we go. There's the peg holes that used to be there are now filled with screw holes, screw legs. That fan will just screw right down onto that because it's got these spring-loaded screws. I'll scrape that off and apply some real thermal paste, and we'll toss it back in the case, and then we'll do the video card unboxing. So back in a bit. Alright, so that's that. That's the thermal pad gone off of that, and we're going to apply some more thermal grease. Now here's the thing, I'm going to show you how bad my hands are here. This is what happens all the fucking time. Those of you that wondered what was wrong with me. Here's basically what it is. And this happens all the damn time, and there's nothing I can do about it right now that I know of. Anyway, that's a little bit liberal. Wouldn't have applied that much normally. I just was looking through the camera here. Again, forgive my rambling and my lowly, crappy voice and dryness. See if we're gonna see if we can put the cap on one-handed here. Now that was there it is. So that's that recapped. Now the stuff I'm using is Arctic aluminum premium ceramic polysynthetic thermal compound, if you got all that. Had to read and hold the camera in front of it at the same time. Alrighty, so that's that. We're going to spread that around, stick this on, and see what happens. Alright, so there's the CPU cooler on the board, and we're just tightening all that down. And you can see basically how much higher these sat versus each other. I mean, that's like a whole nother fan height higher. And so, I mean, you can tell the difference of these two just off the bat, plus the size of the sheer size of the heatsink and the thickness of it, which is most of it. The fan's a little bit thicker, and it's got a guard on it. It's not just open blades like the damn Intel fan. So we're going to tighten this down, put this in the box, and then in the compact rapePAQ machine, and then unbox that. So here we go.